Hi, I'm Callie and welcome to Kapowski Reads. This is it's a little bit different, but this is basically my December TBR, but also my December kind of goal list. In the spirit of all things TBR, I am not going to be playing my TBR game in December just because it is the last month of the year and things always feel a little bit hectic because you're trying to get so much done. But I am going to review my November TBR and see if I managed it. Spoiler, I kinda did. So first book on my November TBR was We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad. This book is in a vlog that is going to be posted next, or it's a vlog that's posted just before this video. I haven't really sorted out. Every book actually from my November TBR has featured in a vlog with the exception of one, which is the next book we're going to talk about. The next prompt was a book with an animal on the cover, and I went with Goblin by Ever Dundas. This was a library book and I DNF'd this book maybe 70 something pages in. It just wasn't working for me, so I cut my losses and I said goodbye. Next was a favourite genre pick, and I went with The Murmurs by Michael J. Malone. Again, video exists for this. I had an overall good time. There were moments, highs and lows with this one. I then had a friend recommendation and I went with The Drift by C.J. Tudor. I enjoyed this. And my free pick was The Game is Murder by Hazel Ward. This was such an odd book. I will pop links in the description for all of the vlogs that these books feature in, if you want to know more about how I got on with them. But let's get on to December TBR. This is a little bit looser than my usual monthly TBRs because I am focusing on hitting my 2025 reading goals. I also have a generous stack of books that I have put off for December for various reasons. Either they're seasonal, in fact they're all seasonal, but they have been put off because I like to read a Christmas book in December. I don't really want to read a Christmas book in any other month. I very much do it then. I also want to focus on my other reading goals. I still need to hit my targets for reading Scottish books. I need to read 5. I also need to read 5 physical library books and 7 rereads. That sounds a bit daunting, but I'm not worried about any of these goals. I also realise I have forgotten to bring some books upstairs, but I'm filming on my lunch hour and I'm running out of time. So let's go through the books that I have put off for this particular moment in time. I've just realised the cat's been sick in my room, so today's going great. The books that I put off for December. I have this pile of books I have put off for December because they are festive and I have either not managed to get to them in previous years or I did not have them in previous years. So I'm just going to go through them quickly. I don't really know what most of them are about other than Christmas and I'm hoping fun times. A Teeny Tiny Murder on the Santa Claus Express. That's by Mandy Morton. I have One Winter's Night by Kylie Dunbar. The Highland Lodge Getaway by Julie Shackman. I meant to read this last year, but it fell down the side. It fell off of the table it was on, and I didn't find it till later, after Christmas. One Night in Edinburgh by Nina Kay. This is not Christmassy, but it's Hogmanay, so it's a December book. What You Are Looking For is in the library. I got this from my office book swap. I don't know if it's festive, but it has Christmas lights on it, so I've decided it's festive. This is by Michiko Yama. I've never read anything by this author, but it looks festive, and there's a cat and a library. The Christmas Clash by Suzanne Park. A delightful floppy paperback. And my newest addition to my festive tribute is 3 Lumps of Coal by Teresa Yeh. I keep having to edit this video. I keep having to stop because I keep having to cough, so I apologise for jumpy editing. I have rubbish lungs and the air's cold. I am not including any of my ebooks or my audiobooks because the priority for me is physical books. But I'm also going to read ebooks that are seasonal as well, but they're just not being super prioritized. I also have 4 books that I reread every single December, and this year is going to be no different. I have left 2 of those books downstairs. So imagine I'm holding up a copy of Hogfather by Terry Pratchett and a copy of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I will be reading both of those. I will be loving both of those. And what would Christmas be without Agatha Christie? I simply don't know. I have The Adventures of the Christmas Pudding. This is a short story collection, and I have Hercule Poirot's Christmas. I read these every year. I remember exactly what happens. It's just a memory test at some point, but I love them. I also love watching the TV adaptations of this. I also really, maybe another really, want to read a little bit more of my 2025 book purchases. At the time of filming right now, I have 45 books that I have bought this year that I have not yet read. I have no doubt that I will read some of them. I'm not going to read all 45 of them. I just don't think that even pretending, that's not going to set me up for a great month. I'll be stressed. Any books I don't read, they will be my 2026 priority reads. Every season, I like to do a little to-do list. Just a list of things I want to do. Mainly things I want to eat sometimes. And that just sort of lets me truly feel like I am enjoying the most of the season. And I feel like December, while December is winter, December feels like it's its own season. December just feels so different to like January, February. I don't want to have a to-do list that transcends years. That's just making things complicated when they should just be fun. So January, February, they will have their own to-do list, but this is the list I have for December. I want to go to the winter market, which is in the city centre, so I should be able to get there very easily. I want to get a bratwurst with onions from the winter market. I love them, and I want to eat that. I want to make gingerbread cookies. I don't think it's boastful to say that I make the best gingerbread cookies. I like them with no like any other gingerbread, and I've worked really hard on my gingerbread recipe, and I like mine the best, so I want to make them and then again eat them. I really want to make a crochet paper garland, so like the paper chains that we used to make in primary school, but I want to make that out of crochet, so I want to use yarn. I think it would be a nice sort of stash buster, and I think it would look really cute. I'm thinking like a garland across my bookshelves. I have a vision. I would love to finish a cardigan I have been crocheting for my mum for a couple of years. I keep forgetting about it, and then I have to go back and be like, yes, this project. There's no time scale for it. I think she's forgotten I'm making it. But I would like to ideally finish, but if not finish, make progress. I want to watch 12 Christmas films. 12. Even if they're just 12 films where a city slicker goes to a small town and falls in love with somebody who has a whimsical job. In fact, I would love if they were all like that. That's my favourite kind of Christmas film. I want ridiculousness, and I want knitwear, and maybe like a snowball fight. Something I want to be charmed. I want my heart to be warmed. Another food item is I want to make Brussels sprout salad. Bear with me, it's delicious. Roasted Brussels sprouts. There is, again, pomegranate, goat's cheese, all the good things. I want to go to Pilates brunch. I've already booked it, so it's happening. I'm going to Pilates and brunch. I've got that planned for December, and I'm excited. I want to do some winter walks. The second the days get darker, I stop wanting to go outside. And when I do an outdoor walk, I feel better in myself, and I sleep better, which is really the best thing. I don't want to fully hibernate in December. I want to do some outdoor walks. And the final thing on my December to-do list is that I want to drop off another charity shop bag. I dropped 2 off last month. Yeah, last month. And I have another bag not quite ready to go, but I will get it ready to go. And I will donate that. And then that's done. But that is my list of things I want to do and read, mainly things I want to eat in December. I'm going to go and clean up some cat sick now. Try not to be too jealous of this fabulous life. Please let me know if you have any plans for December, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!